Hold on, people. We're going to go old school today. I haven't worn these headsets in a minute. Sorry for taking so long. Oh, my God. The noise cancellation of these headphones, but that's connected. Let's make sure my screen doesn't go down. I am fucking excited. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. It has been a long fucking night. Glad to be home. Got some shit going on. So we're going to get this one recorded and on the way because there has been so much shit that has come out in like the last 24 hours for One Piece. I'm loving this. Hang on. I think this is still higher than 36 decibels. We're going to go down a little bit more. These motherfuckers been like, you've been playing music. The people that watch your fucking podcasts or look at your streams, they love regular fucking music. I'm like, come on, bro. Cut me some motherfucking slack. But I am here, Elijah 5000, half of Edge 2 Gaming. I love when you guys join me, especially for streams like this. I love fucking gaming streams. Like you saw me. I beat Spider-Man twice. I'm on my third playthrough, 100%. I've already platinumed the motherfucking game. You see me in God of War Ragnarok, and now you are seeing me in all of my essence. At least a piece, a very strong piece, the anime piece, the one piece, the only piece that you'll ever need is the Luffy piece. And we got brief spoilers yesterday. Man, my days are off because I work overnight. So I think 2 days ago and then yesterday, last night, sometime we got these spoilers for chapter 1138. Now I'm just making sure to pull up everything. If you guys are on YouTube, go ahead and hit me up in chat. If you're watching on Kick, throw something in chat. Same thing for TikTok, Facebook, and Twitch. But thank you guys so much for joining and jumping in. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get it. Now, when you see me looking at my phone, because my PC is doing a lot of things, I'm going to be reading the full spoilers from my phone and talking about things that I may have gotten wrong. I really feel like I'm just going to dive right into it and talk about what's coming up because this is fucking epic. So, and I've seen the raw scans. Let's just start. Why am I waiting so long? Oda, it's cooking. We're here, chapter 1138, Harley. Now, if you remember, Harley is the religious text of the Giants that nobody can read. It's so old, nobody can read the text, so they're not really sure what Nika is. This chapter is called Sacred Text. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 24. Yamato and the group find who's who in the secret base. He is wearing Wano Kuni outfit, but with his mask, and is drinking with his subordinates and some geisha. And I think there's like the 3 subordinates we saw outside. We saw 3 more on the inside, and we saw 2 geishas pouring him a drink. And he is in the nice Edo era period kimono, chest all out, mask on, fangs, drinking some sake. So we know he's behind it. I don't know how who's who after getting beat by Jinbei is free to roam Wano and capture women and steal swords and do all this other shit, but it looks like Yamato is getting ready to handle it. Now we get into the chapter. Chapter starts where where the last one ended. Loki is conscious and asks Shamrock if he's somehow related to the pirate red-haired Shanks. So finally someone noticed. That's all we're going to do. I forget. We got to go through the brief spoilers. We'll talk about Luffy here in a minute, but we're on Loki. Loki, he says, great pirates and Tenryubito are totally opposite beings. How come you two have the same face? Which is a good question. We know even Garp has a problem with Celestial Dragon, so why would a pirate like Red Hair Shanks share a face with the Celestial Dragon? Shamrock reveals that Shanks is his younger twin brother who grew up apart. Shamrock says Shanks returned to Mary Jorah once, but he preferred to live in this filthy lower world. No Shanks flashback is in this part of the dialogue, so we have not known that Shanks went back to Mary Jorah. Now, here's the question. when we got someone talking to the Gorosei. Was it Shanks or was it Shamrock? We're still seeing the view just from the right side of his face. We know Shanks' scar is on the left side. So if it was not Shamrock that talked to the Gorosei about a certain pirate, it was Shanks. And so that means all of our theories come back. So Oda's just throwing this shit back and forth just to mind fuck us. But I love it because I don't want to know until it's imperative for us to know why Shanks or Shamrock went and talked to the Gorosei, because we've gotten so much lore right now. That's far off somewhere. Loki remarks how amusing it is that he now has a grudge with both brothers. He then swears revenge for all his animal friends. And remember last time Gunko took out every animal friend of Loki that tried to protect him as they tried to force him to join the Holy Knights. Shamrock says, "Are you threatening me?" And then Gunko says, "Boss, don't waste your time with the likes of him." Shamrock says, "I know." And remember, Shamrock speaks in a very polite and proper manner. He said, "There's no need for me to attack him directly." Cerberus. Now, I love Greek mythology. Cerberus, however the fuck you want to say it. I love dogs in general. 3-head dogs, keeper of the underworld. But now we get this. Shamrock pulls out his sword and a 3-headed dog called Cerberus grows out from it. We don't know yet if it is an Akumi no Mi. So we don't know if it's a power or if it's a demon or devil power that we are all theorizing that Imu has bestowed upon the Gorosei. The Cerberus is similar to Moria's zombies. So when I looked at the scan, when I first read this, I didn't know what they were talking about. When you look at the scan, it comes out of the sword as Shamrock is holding it by the hilt, and you see just 3 black heads come out. And as I read this, just envision not them holding swords in their mouth like Zoro, but it coming straight out of their mouth. So it's similar to Gecko Moria's zombies, but looks much more threatening. It has black clouds floating around its neck, and 3 swords come out of each of the 3 dogs' mouth. Gunko creates a huge bird with her arrows. Before leaving, Shamrock orders the 3-head Cerberus to fly away from its body, and then he makes Cerberus's body back into a sword. He then jumps onto the arrow bird with Gunko, but before he flies away, he says, "Attack," and Cerberus's 3 heads plunge into Loki. He says, "If you survive this, feel free to come and get your revenge. I'll be your opponent then." So we've already set up Loki versus Shamrock if Loki survives, which I think he will, because I think he's going to be the next Straw Hat Pirate. Loki says, "No way. You got to be kidding me." He said, "It can't be. To be stabbed by that is bad." And he yells, it's like 5 exclamation marks. So we know the Loki is chained up, broad arms out, sitting on the side of the, I was about to say Yggdrasil tree, but we know it's the Adam tree. Hang on 1 second. The camera's out of focus. It might be because this seat is sliding down. Hey, I'm back. There we go. So the 3 Cerberus heads with the swords in their mouths spin in the air and fly towards Loki at full speed. Then the 3 heads pierce Loki's torso together, and they're spinning like this as the 3 prongs are headed straight into Loki. Shamrock, I already read that. Loki says, "Damn you, celestial dragons, damn you!" Shamrock and Gunko. Hang on, I lost it. God damn it. There we go. Shamrock and Gunko talk as they fly away from the underworld. So now they're leaving. And remember, they came to Elbaph to get Loki to join them as a Holy Knight. They couldn't do that. So now they're going to take Elbaph by force because they wanted all the power of the giants. Shamrock says, "Suppressing them immediately seems difficult. We will start by capturing the children first. Call one more person in." Gunko says, "Understood. Understood. Which one do you want?" So now we're going to start meeting more Holy Knights, which we started out with Daddy Figurlin. Now we got Shamrock, Gunko, and there's 9 knights. So we're getting ready to see a huge fucking war as we learn about these devil fruit powers of the Holy Knights and which Holy Knights are commoners that got brought in because of some strength or infamy, and then the Holy Knights that just had innate inherited powers. We cut to Ahurst Castle. Luffy and his group are talking to the giant guards Luffy found in the last panel of the last chapter. Luffy is angry because giant guards say they were attacked by red hair Shanks. Luffy can't believe Shanks would do such a thing. Then he says how cool and honorable Shanks is. Nami giggles when she sees how much Luffy hang on. God damn it. Nami giggles when she sees how angry Luffy is. We know that Nami and Luffy have had this specific and special relationship since, I'm going to call it Arlong Island. And we're getting to see more and more of it as we go through. Nami stepped away from the group to go with Luffy and Zoro down to the underworld. If we think about how she stepped up and what she did, and she didn't back down and said Luffy would be king of the pirates in Wano, I think it's showing more of the strength of the group, and I think they're really going to need it to go against Shanks, Shamrock, Emu, the Gorosei, and anything else that's out there. I think Enel's coming back as well. Nami's giggling. She said, "You have great trust in Shanks, right?" Luffy angrily says, "Of course, Nami. You'd be angry too if someone said bad things about Mary, right?" And then Nami says, "It's Belmare." The giants say, "Then he's someone who looks extremely like him, or could be his brother." Luffy says, "Shanks' brother? I can only imagine him to be a good guy if there is one. But I've never heard him talk about his family. Apparently, he was on the pirate ship since he was a kid. I think his family is probably Roger, Rayleigh, the whole Roger Pirates crew, except Buggy, of course." As Luffy talks about the Roger Pirates, the scene immediately changes to the mysterious man we saw a few chapters ago. We can only see him from behind, but he is the same person who was drinking with Crocus in the cover of chapter 631. The mysterious man is walking towards the Ahurst Castle. He's very close to the main door. Again, I think... Oh, man. Fuck. Stream disconnected. Sorry for everybody that's watching live. I think that this is Scopper. I think this is Scopper, the right-hand man of Gold Roger, and I think he is also Ripley's husband. And I definitely think he's gonna be old like Rayleigh. So, cut to Frankie. He's examining Treasure Tree Adam with Ripley. Frankie sees a huge mural painting on the tree. We can't see it yet. Ripley says, "I believe those are children's drawings from a long ago that have fossilized to become part of the Adam tree. It's a part of its bark." The mural has remarkable historical significance, so it's one of this nation's cultural heritages. It is estimated they were drawn around 800 to 900 years ago. If that is true, then they are from the same period as the Void Century. So now we actually have some kind of written transcript here besides the poneglyph that shows that carved in the Adam tree long ago is hieroglyphics of the Void Century. So now they actually can get some information. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Trying to make sure I got audio. I'm not hearing nothing right now. Hang on 1 second. Somebody just jump in chat. Tell me if you can hear. If you can hear, then we're good. Okay, yeah, I can hear. Okay, good. So, we jump here back to the Adam tree having something carved in it that shows the history. Frankie says, "What?" He said, then we've got to show Robin this. I'll tell her later. But this is strange for an Elbaph drawing. They don't look like giants to me. While Frankie speaks, we see some drawings from a mural, a mermaid princess, a robot similar to Emeth, and a creature with strange ears. Ripley says, I agree. In our known history, while wars between different races are not unheard of, there shouldn't have been any unions, which makes this even more certain that this painting is nothing more than a child's drawing. It says children's drawing, but cut now to the Walrus School. We see children playing with Angie, teaching class. In the Owl Library, Saul brings out the Harley book with Elbaph's secret text to show Robin. It's an extremely old book that has a sun symbol on its cover, like the symbol that we saw in Kuma's church during his flashback. So if you don't remember, go watch it, go read it. Kuma shit. Of course, his people believing in Nika has a lot to do with everything now, and everything in Egghead verifies this shit. Saul explains how there are many interpretations of the sun god, yet him and his his rhythm appear legends all over the world. So the drum sound that comes from Nika's chest. Harley has 3 chapters, and each one represents one world. The 3rd chapter is said to be the world we're currently living in, and the end chapter to foretell what has not happened yet. Robin looks at the Harleyan book, says, I'll read it now. In the absolute epic final double page of the chapter, we see the full mural, and it is fucking amazing, of the Harley text, translated by Robin. It is very difficult to describe the context of the mural because it has a lot of detail, but here's everything that I saw in it. And there's one thing that I'm not sure about, but it says the treasure tree atom is the center of the mural, and it divides the mural. So just like you're opening up a book, it's divided in half into 2 parts. Above the tree, there is a winged monster / demon that spits fire from its mouth. On the right side of the mural, we can see several things. On one side, we see a great city attacked by a massive serpent, which I'm guessing is Nola, which we met in Skypiea. Nala, one of the 2. And on the other side, we see an ark with the king. So that I thought was Lily from the past. Since this is from 800, 900 years ago, it's Lily on top of Noah, possibly. Angels and animals. In this part, we can also see a moon, some people making offerings, and it looks like they're offering stars, but I think once we get to this part, you'll understand. This last part is similar to the paintings that Enel found on the moon. So they are basically holding their hands together over their head. I think that's prayer. It looks like it. On the left side of the mural, we can see a big battle. Here we see Nika or Joy Boy fight, and I think this is yet to be foretold, so I think it's Luffy against a huge winged demon with the sun held up underneath in the hand, and it's just like kind of looming over and shit. On the other side, we see an arc. With the other side, we see Nika is also fighting alongside giants, and one of them with horns that looks just like Loki. Samurai, Lunarians, minks, and a mermaid princess accompanied by sea creatures, angels, a robot similar to Emmet, and a lot of ships, which I think is a Straw Hat Grim fleet. And I saw one ship that looks like Shanks's ship, with also some humans. And then one ship seems to be from Alabasta. That's got to be Vivi, Straw Hat Pirate. Now, here's what Robin transcribed. It says, and this is what the Harley sacred text says. The first world. On earth there is flame. Mankind overtaken by desire touched upon the forbidden sun. The enslaved prayed. The sun god appeared. The deity of earth is enraged. Together with the serpent of hell, they engulf the world with death and darkness. They can't be met again. The second world. In emptiness there is breath. The deity of the forest dispatched demons. The sun did nothing but spread seeds of war. The people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the moon saw a dream. The people of the half moon saw a dream. Men became gods after slaying the sun. The deity of the sun rampaged. They can't be met again. This is the third world yet to come. In chaos there is void. The troubled shadow remembers the promised day and listens to the sound of the fragmented moon. The sun god dances and laughs, leading the world to its end. The sun will return, and so comes a new morn, new dawn. Have we heard that anywhere before? They will meet again. End of chapter, and no fucking break next week. This is chapter 1138 of One Piece. I was wrong about how everything was going to go down with Loki. It seems that Shamrock and Gunko are flying off and going back to the Walrus School to capture the kids. We know Nico Robin has just uncovered the Void Century history of the world, and Chopper is also at the Owl Library. Frankie is looking at the Atom Tree. I don't know where they're on that second level. I just don't know where yet. And Luffy and them are at the castle. So instead of heading down to the underworld to Loki, I think they're going to intercept Shamrock. If not, Robin and them will have to hold Shamrock and Gunko off until Luffy get back with Loki and shit. So things are popping off. That's not even the best part. That's not even the shit that we are here for. We are here for the fact that we got this mural, and this mural shows everything. We have a sun god, we have a earth god, we have a forest deity, we have so many different things that are shown, and it really just kind of hits me. Shirahoshi and the Sea Kings, but also Noah with somebody on top. It looks like a king because of crown, but I also think it's Lily if this was drawn as a story to tell to the future. It's not going to be Neptune. That's going to be Lily back in the day fighting Emu. And we're going to know that Emu is immortal. Emu is eternal. I don't think that demon power, whatever, has been passed on. So these are your full spoilers for chapter 1138 of One Piece. Oh, this is amazing. I love this. I am ready to see what the official transcription is on Sunday, and then we'll review that compared to what we got now. The official scans with the translation, again, that drops on Sunday. I would subscribe to Shonen or Viz Media. The raw scans are out now if you can find them. No dialogue there. And then the translation that we get is, it's the translation if you want to know the gist of what's going on. But hey, I will cover this for you. You are joining here. We're the Grand Fleet. This is the Bailey Grand Fleet, the Edge Gaming Grand Fleet. Shit, we are here to cover One Piece. Brief spoilers, full spoilers, and the full official chapter. Thank you guys so much. I'm Elijah 5000. Make sure to leave your comments below what you think is going to go on, any theories that you think differ from mine. Where do you think this is going? Where the Gorosei come back into this? And the Holy Knights, who are they about to rock with? I think this last Battle Royale, based off of the mural, it's got to be on Elbaph. But anyway, the world is convening on Elbaph now. Almost the damn world came together for Straw Hat Luffy on Egghead. So we're getting everything that we want. This is a great story. I can't wait for Enel to come back. Everything is tied in. Read your SPSs. Read those cover stories. Put them together. Thank you guys. I'm Elijah 5000. Music from Rifty Beats. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.